Hey BookTube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. As you probably have seen from my last video, my channel is on a bit of a hiatus at the moment, so I don't know when I will be back full-time, whatever that means. I have plans for maybe 1 or 2 videos this month for the rest of the month, but I'm not entirely sure, so we'll just I'm just playing it by ear. So this is a decision I made due to some physical and mental health issues that I just need to work on and take care of. But it doesn't mean I haven't been reading. It doesn't mean I haven't been watching a little bit of BookTube here and there and catching some stuff on Instagram and things like that. And of course, it doesn't mean that I haven't been accumulating books. So I don't do haul videos very often on this channel, but I definitely needed to do one. I have not only books, but a care package that one of you really graciously and kindly sent me. So I wanted to share that with you as well. So we'll do that at the end. So the first book is a book that I did actually buy for myself. This is my my summer reading prize, if you will, to myself. And this is Shakespeare for every day of the year, and it's edited by, or compiled, excuse me, by Allie, Esiri, who is the same person who's done the book of poetry that I'm reading. That's a poem for every night of the year, and I think she's got some other collections like that. But I was super excited about the idea of dipping into Shakespeare every day for an entire year. So this was my my own summer reading prize to myself. I made a summer reading fake crate, and I did actually get a prize from the library. I mean, I went in, they had three prizes. I can't even remember now what the first prize was. Oh, it was a tote bag, yeah. Yeah, anyway, the second prize was a book, and a used book, like something someone had donated to the library. And I looked on the cart, and everything on the cart that I would have wanted, I already owned. So when I went back for my third prize, which turned out to be library swag, which I did not want for personal reasons, yeah, they asked me if I had picked up if I'd collected my second prize, and I said, well, no, because everything on the cart, you know, there wasn't anything on the cart that I wanted. It turns out they had added to the cart, and of course, as people picked up books, they had put different things on there. So I found this. This is Homegoing by, okay guys, there's a lot of things to pronounce in this video, and I apologize. I do not mean to offend anyone if I mispronounce anything. So I believe it's Yaa Gyasi? No. Gyasi? Anyway, I apologize. Tell me down below how I should be pronouncing this author's last name, if because I'm sure I'm botching that. I did look it up, but yeah, so this was on there, and there was so much talk about this author on BookTube. I've never read anything by her, and I just thought, oh, for free, like this beautiful hardcover, and it also had this little tiny booklet inside filled with kind of some like extras, and there's Powell's in the back there. So something a little bit unusual for me to find in on a free rack of books. So anyway, I snagged that, and I'm excited about it. Okay, then the next books we come to are books that my husband Jason bought for me. So, and oh man, these books look so good. I just I want to take the rest of the year off and just read, drink tea, coffee. First one is Claire Tomalin, A Life of My Own. Now, I have read her biography of Dickens, but this is actually a memoir of her life in the literary world, not only as a biographer, but she was also the literary editor for the Sunday Times in England. And yeah, so I think this sounds really good. I really liked her biography of Dickens. I probably need to read that again, but yeah, so this looks great. Next one's a book I'd never heard of called Fox and I, An Uncommon Friendship by Catherine Raven. I now own two books with foxes on the cover. I'm not sure what that means. But anyway, this is about a woman who I think she just finished her PhD and she moves to Montana and yeah, kind of has a relationship, you know, like becomes friends with a fox that wanders onto her property. So anyway, I've never heard of this book before. I don't know a whole lot about the author or that kind of thing, but Jason said it's gotten really, really good reviews. So I'm excited about that one. Again, no idea when I'll be getting to any of these. The next one is probably the most unusual one of all of them. This is The Story of Sarah Losh, The Pinecone by Jenny Uglow. Now, Jenny Uglow is another biographer, historian. I've read her biography of Elizabeth Gaskell, which those of you who maybe are big Gaskell fans from Victober, I would really recommend reading her biography of Elizabeth Gaskell. It's huge, but it was fantastic. It was definitely worth it. So, anything else? As Steve Donahue would say, you know, Jenny Uglow has money in the bank with me. She built a church? I don't know exactly, but like there's carvings of ammonites, which are like fossils that kind of look like shells almost, scarabs, poppies, an arrow pierces the wall as if shot from a bow, a tortoise gargoyle launches itself into the air, and everywhere there are pine cones in stone. The church is a dramatic rendering of the power of myth and the great natural cycles of life, death, and rebirth. And of course it goes on from there with more about it. But anyway, so I'm intrigued and excited about this. But yeah, Jenny Uglow, definitely somebody to check out if you like history and biography. And finally, the last book Jason got me, oh no, wait, there's one more book. So he also got me another John le Carre book, as if I'm not so far behind on my John le Carre reading. This is Our Kind of Traitor. You may have seen the movie with Philip Seymour Hoffman, I believe, that it was made into. So yeah, I'm already a little bit familiar with this story. And yeah, this is one of my favorite thriller writers. So I love John le Carre. Then, okay, so another book that Jason got me, but it's on pre-order until November, is Perestroika in Paris by Jane Smiley. And somebody had been, one of my good booktube friends has been recommending this book to me, and I found out she hadn't even read it. And she said, well, there's a horse on the cover and the Eiffel Tower. So it must be a Kelly book, which, yes. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I do love things about Paris and have a kind of Paris obsession. And for some reason, I don't know why exactly, but I also really, yeah, if there's a horse on a cover, I'm curious at least. So I'm looking forward to getting that paperback. And then I've also decided that I'm going to buy, when it comes out in paperback in November, Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I think this book just won maybe the Women's Prize for fiction. And anyway, I've heard just such great things from some of you about that book, so I'm really excited. I read a little description of it online this morning. I'm trying not to read too much because I tend to like to go into books blind. So those are a couple more books that I will own as if I needed it by the end of the year. And then there's the Carre package. So I'll start with the books. And I kind of had to laugh at the books that this person sent me because it's like from one end of the spectrum to the other, right? So she sent me this person sent me The Tale of Despereaux by DiCamillo. And I have read this, but it's been a very, very long time. It's back when I was working for Barnes & Noble. But DiCamillo is one of my absolute favorite children's writers. This won the Newbery, as did her graphic novel, Flora and Ulysses, which I highly recommend. There's the story of Edward Tulane. Rainy Nightingale. There's some really, really great stuff. And I like that. I feel like she challenges readers with her stuff. So anyway, I was certain that we owned this, and then I looked at our collection of young adults and middle grade books, and it's not there. So I'm like, oh, yeah, need to read it again. So that was great. And then the other book she sent me, oh God, I hope I say this right. Okay, Lysistrata, I'll get that up there, by Aristophanes. Sorry, you guys. This is a play, and I love that she sent this to me because this kind of, I don't know, historical books of antiquities, maybe, I don't know exactly how to describe it, is really not something that I read very much of. I'm always a little bit curious, but I just, for some reason, I never go to it. So this is a great reason to read this. And if you're not familiar with what this is about, Aristophanes' most popular play, sex, or lack of it, becomes a powerful agent of reconciliation. As war ravages the mighty city-states of ancient Greece, a hand of women led by led by the main character of Athens, makes a pact to deny their husbands all sexual favors until they lay aside their weapons. Dismayed and frustrated, the men retaliate, and a battle of the sexes begins. So this was also, I think, adapted into a film by Spike Lee called Chirac. So I might have to read this and then watch that film. So anyway, but I was just like, man, talk about spectrums in a middle grade book, and then this. The other things in here are just, you know, so kind and thoughtful. There's a bag of, a collection of tea in here. There's also these beautiful, look at this, like little rose stickers, which I think is so sweet. I was super excited about this. A little tote of Pride and Prejudice. Well, you can see that there. So yeah, I love that. And then, oh my goodness, this really, really beautiful mug. There's that side. And then if you can see the top there, it says, do more of what you love, which is something I've definitely been trying to focus on. and there's a heart in the bottom. So thank you to that person who really put some thought into this and was just incredibly kind and generous to do that. So that is my haul, which again is a little unusual for me. Don't have a ton of haul videos. Of course, I'm still reading, even though I haven't been on BookTube as much, and you can definitely check out what I've been reading or what I'm currently reading on Instagram or Goodreads, so check those links out down below. Again, I hope to be back soon. One of the things that I've just been so moved by is how many of you have reached out to me and, you know, including the care package, but also just like a sweet photo on Instagram, in the messenger box, or even just a message on Goodreads or Instagram, that kind of thing, on Voxer. So that really means a lot to me. I've also heard from a lot of people in my personal life, not only BookTube, but also just my life, who are experiencing many of the same things that I am. Struggle with sleeping, struggle with stress management, and so if those are things that you're struggling with and you want to chat about that, again, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, on Goodreads, in the comment section if you feel so inclined. And speaking of the comment section, I really want to hear what you think about the books that I've got. Like, are you familiar with them? Do you see any favorites that I should be, things I should make? I should get on sooner rather than later. So yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. I've missed you guys a lot, but I'm just, again, really trying to, I have a tendency to rush back into things before I'm really healed or before I'm really better. And so I'm trying very hard. It's very, very hard for me because I do want to talk to all of you a lot. So on that note, BookTube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.